Good morning, students. Warm welcome to one and all present here in this class. So, my name is Akshay Rana, and today we will discuss the concept of industrial sickness. As we discussed earlier in our previous class, let us move forward. So, dear students, today is 17th of May 2021, and it's your Entrepreneurship Development class of BBA and BCom fourth semester. So, today's topic is industrial sickness. You all are aware about the term sickness. What it is actually refer, and if we are looking about the current pandemic, we know that every person is sick, and there is too much crisis in India. So, on the behalf of that, firstly, I would like to say all of you to take care of yourself, your nears and dears. Always wear a mask, use hand sanitizers, and try to stay at home until or unless it is not too much urgent to go outside. So, you all are advised to stay at home, so to keep yours and your dears safe and healthy. So, dear students, today we will discuss the concept of industrial sickness. So, what is industrial sickness? You all know. Firstly, let us discuss the term industry. What is industry? Some of you people say that sir, industry is a place where raw materials are converted into finished products, or maybe a company also. Yet all of you are right. Industries is the place where raw materials are converted into finished products. Like sugar cane is converted into sugar, and cotton may be converted into woolen cloths. So, what is the process? You will say that the huge machineries are there, and by just inserting raw materials, we get the finished product by use of four factors of production, that is land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship. So, finally, if we're talking about the industry, so industry is the place where raw materials are converted into finished products. Okay, so what is industrial sickness? Uh, Before discussing the term industrial sickness, let us discuss what is human sickness. When you be sick, you people say that when we are not healthy, and when we find some symptoms like fever, etc., we usually treat ourselves as sick persons. Then we usually go to hospital for treatment and just eat medicines, whichever you have. So, human sickness is nothing but when your body is not healthy, when you not feel comfort, when you're not feeling good. So, although it's all about human sickness. So, the term industrial sickness. In simple term, a sick industry, a sick unit may mean a unit which is not healthy in terms of yielding profits and fetching returns on investment. One industry is that which is not able to getting returns, even even the industry invested some money. He, the owner of the company, invested some money in the company or in a particular industry, but now they are not able to get the amount that they invested. So, what is sickness? Sickness means that they are not earning profit. From the past years, they are not earning the profit. They are not yielding the profit. They are not getting the best return on their profits. All is about industrial sickness. So, if we go to the final definition of the industrial sickness, so in simple terms, a sick unit may mean a unit which is not healthy in terms of yielding profits or fetching returns on investment, which is not healthy. In what terms? In yielding profits and fetching returns on investment. तो अकॉर्डिंग टू SICA Act 1985, इंडस्ट्रियल कंपनी डिफाइंड एज इफ, सो ये सेक्शन है SICA सेक्शन है 1985 में जो बना था, तो उसके अकॉर्डिंग व्हाट इज इंडस्ट्रियल सिकनेस. So according to SICA Act 1985, industrial company defined as sick. इंडस्ट्रियल कंपनी तभी सिक डिफाइन की जा सकती है तो अगर इट वॉज रजिस्टर्ड फॉर एटलीस्ट 7 years. It was registered for at least 7 years. It incurred cash losses for the current and the preceding years. तो पहले तो उसको 7 साल रजिस्टर्ड हुए होने को चाहिए. एंड सेकेंडली इट इनकर्ड कैश लॉसेस फॉर द करंट एंड द प्रीसीडिंग ईयर. एंड करंट एंड प्रीसीडिंग ईयर्स जो पिछले साल है उसमें द कंपनी सफर्ड फ्रॉम लॉस and it had eroded 50% more of its peak net worth during any of the preceding 5 financial years. So there are three basic conditions. First condition is that it was registered for at least 7 years and it incurred cash losses for the current and the preceding year and it had eroded 50% more of its peak net worth during any of the preceding 5 financial years. So all of these points includes the industrial sickness. So although we know that industrial sickness is nothing, just when the particular industry is not able to get returns on its profit. So now the question arises, what are the various causes of sickness? Industrial units may become sick at different stages and due to different reasons. Different stages पे वो sick होती है और different reasons are there for industrial sickness. So what are the various reasons we will discuss in our next slide. So yet although I think you all are aware, you must know about the industrial sickness. Industrial sickness is nothing when the industry is unable to get returns on its profit and following conditions are there according to SICA Act 1985. It was registered for at least 7 years. It incurred cash losses for the current and the preceding year and it had eroded 50% more of its peak net worth during any of the preceding 5 financial years. So dear students, now we will discuss the various causes of इंडस्ट्रियल सिकनेस. येट सबसे पहले क्या होता है कि कॉजेज ऑफ बॉर्न सिकनेस, यानी कि 3 चीज़ें हो सकती है. या तो व्हेन एवर द पर्टिकुलर इंडस्ट्री इज रजिस्टर्ड इट इज़ बॉर्न सिक, यानी कि जब वो इस्टेब्लिश हुई थी वो तभी सिक थी, सिक. देन सेकेंड रीज़न इज़ इंटरनल कॉजेज भी हो सकते हैं कि वो उसने अचीव किया ये सिकनेस को, और कुछ एक्सटर्नल कॉजेज भी हो सकते हैं जिससे सिक बनाई जा रही है वो. So firstly we will discuss causes for born sickness. What are the various causes that particular industry is born sick? So one of the main reason is wrong location. So dear students, sometimes particular industry is not established in an area where actually demand and supply met. You are just establishing your industry where the demand of the particular product is too much low. And what is this? This is the one of the main reason and one of the main cause behind the born sickness. So what are the other reasons? So let us discuss these points one by one. And the first point I would like to conclude: wrong location. For the sake of your convenience, dear students, I would like to request you to just read it properly. Firstly, wrong location. So what is wrong location? Wrong location क्या होता है? Wrong location means, what is wrong location? It has been observed that high technological based units are established in areas without skilled labor or supporting infrastructure. Industries based on imported raw materials are found in regions without adequate transport and communication system. So आपके इंडस्ट्रीज में मान लो कि एडिक्यूट कम्युनिकेशन है या फिर एडिक्यूट ट्रांसपोर्टेशन है, वहाँ पर ट्रांसपोर्टेशन की फैसिलिटीज़ अच्छी नहीं है, कम्युनिकेशन की फैसिलिटीज़ अच्छी नहीं है, तो इट इज़ द ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द रीज़न ऑफ wrong location, one of the reason for causes for born sickness. So, firstly is wrong location. So, dear students, let you read it properly. What is actually mean by wrong location? So again, I am repeating, the wrong location is nothing that there is no adequate facilities of communication, not adequate facility of transportation, and there is not a demand for a particular product. So all these are the causes that the industry is born sickness. Second reason is inexperienced promoters. Promoter, who is a promoter? A promoter is a person who is responsible for the promotion of the company. You know that without issuing prior to the issuing prospectus, what is the main rule of promoter of the company? As all of you are reading companies law and as well as corporate accounting, you are well aware about the promoters. What are the various tasks of promoters? Who is a promoter? A promoter is the one who promotes the company. वो पांचों स्टेजेस जो होती है कंपनी की, वो मेन फंक्शन किसका होता है? वो प्रमोटर का होता है. इनिशियली ही आपने गलत क्लॉजेस रखे, ऐसे क्लॉजेस जो आप खुद नहीं निभा पा रहे. यू हैव रजिस्टर्ड अंडर द रजिस्ट्रार ऑफिस. So that is the also main reason behind the causes of born sickness. So inexperienced promoters, they may go for wrong selection of project and may take faulty project planning. This may also give birth to sick units. Dear students, we are discussing the concept of industrial sickness, and firstly we discussed the wrong location. If there is a wrong location, then the particular industry suffers a lot. Second one is inexperienced promoters, and inexperienced promoter means कि they may go for wrong selection of project and may make faulty project planning. This may give birth to sick unit. Some technological factors are there, like you are not using the particular machine as per the requirement of the citizens, as per the requirement of the demand. You are not fulfilling the demand and supply chain of the economy. What you are supplying is not demanding by the customer, and vice versa. Everything has been happened, but due to some technological factors are there, so it also leads one of the main cause for born sickness of industrial unit in India. So let you read it properly, then we will further move on. So technological factors, if we're talking about technological factors, if plant and machinery finally selected by entrepreneur turns out to be defective or obsolete, then units are bound to be sick. Sometimes ऐसा भी होता है कि if the particular plant and machinery is defective, for the period of time the particular plant and machinery will not work, and it really causes a great loss to the company, great loss to the industry, and great loss to the operations of the business, and profits are rarely slowing down. So the third factor is technological factor, and fourth is faulty demand forecasting. What is demand forecasting? What is the term forecasting? Before going to the particular topic, let me tell you what is the exact meaning of forecasting. So forecasting means assumption or presumption regarding future. What will happen in future? Sometimes you may go from your home and you expect that there is a probability of being rain today. There is probability of that you will meet with one of your friend, and certain probabilities are there. So all those, what are these terms? These terms are forecasting. You are just doing forecastination. It means that you are supposing what will be happen in coming time, yeah, what will be happening in coming future. So this is one of the reason behind it, for causes of bone sickness. So one is faulty demand forecasting. Sometimes you expect that your customers will demand your product at very large scale level. Sometimes as a manager, suppose you are a promoter of the company and you expect that in coming time or coming future your customers will expect more demand about what? More demand about your products. So what you did, without knowing the assumption, without showing the market survey, without showing any survey or concluding statistical tools, what you did, you are doing production at bulk level, at fit level, bulk level. You are doing the complete production at bulk level. So that is the reason, that is the main agenda behind that key, with the help of a wrong and faulty demand forecastination, a wrong assessment of market potential or faulty demand forecasting, change in the market conditions, including the change in the consumer's taste and preferences, etc., can also cause birth of sick units. So, dear students, these are the four main reasons when we say that the particular industry is born sick. When the particular industry is born sick. So again, I would like to advise you to uh, just read these 4 points again. So let we have a quick revision on these 4 points. First is wrong location. It has been observed that high technological based units are established in areas without skilled labor or supporting infrastructure. Industries based on importing raw material are found in regions without adequate transportation and communication system. Inexperienced promoters, they may go for wrong selection of project and may make faulty project planning. This may also give birth to sick units. Technological factors are there. If plant and machinery finally selected by entrepreneurs turn out to be defective or obsolete, then the units are bound to be sick. Then faulty demand forecasting, wrong assessment of market potentials or faulty demand forecasting, change in the market conditions, including the change in the consumer taste and preferences, etc. And it can also cause birth of sick units. So now the question rises, what are the various causes of achieving sickness? It means that you are not born sick. Your industry is not born sick. You have good promoters, demand forecasting is good. Further, your industry is located at a good place and wonderful place. You have experienced promoters, no technological factors are there. So, what are the main reasons that why you are causing industrial sickness? Your industry is not born sick. The question rises, you are achieving that particular sickness. So, what are the main reasons behind that? The first one is, these reasons are also called as internal reasons. And internal reasons, we are just discussing about internal reasons. And first of the main reason is labor problems, followed by diversion of resources, failure to modernize, and overcapitalization. So, dear students, let us discuss these points one by one to make our concepts more clear. And for the particular point, let us discuss the particular things. So, first is labor problems. कि in today's current pandemic, what is the main problems? One is that massive lockdown is there, and second one is migrations. Peoples are just going to their place, workers are just leaving their workplace and going to their hometown. So one of them is labor problem. You are not finding the adequate labor for your production. You are not finding the skilled labor. You are not finding the talented labor. These are the main reasons of industrial sickness. You are not finding the talented labor. Your labor is not too much technical, and your labor is not working as per the requirement. Lockdown, strikes are there. Whatever these things. These things are the internal problems which have been causing the industrial sickness. So Dear students, so let us discuss these things in detail, these points in detail. So first is labor problem. So in some cases, acute labor problems have resulted in strikes, lockouts, and even closures of industrial units. These problems these problems are tackled. These problems are tackled in time. These production can cause sickness. So first reason is that labor problem. So as I already told you earlier, that in some cases acute labor problems have resulted in strikes. Some labor just do strikes for for the fulfillment of their wishes from the management. And second reason is diversion of resources. So what is actually means diversification? I hope first point is cleared to you people. Labor problem. So in some cases acute labor problems have resulted in strikes, lockouts, and even closures of industrial units. If these problems are not tackled in time, these problems can cause sickness. And the particular line says that if your labor is just striking or doing lockout, doing no production, then in a particular condition your industry will suffer a lot if the particular problems will not resolved in time. Second is diversion of resources. Diversion of resources. What is diversification? In our economics concept, you read about agricultural diversification. Diversification is nothing. What is diversification? Let you remember it. I'm just giving you 10 to 15 seconds to remember the term diversification. So, dear students, diversification. Diversification means कि when you are just investing the pool of your resources to produce particular thing. In agriculture diversification, what we studied earlier, the farmer is just uh, doing, yeah, just sowing and harvesting the crop of wheat and rice, but now there is massive production of fruits, massive production of vegetables, and each and every component is there. The farmer is just diversify his technique of production from particular greens to particular fruits and particular vegetables. So diversification of resources, yeah, in short term diversion of resources. It means investing funds of the business unit in some new ventures. It means investing funds of the business unit in some new ventures. Some entrepreneurs divert their resources in the new venture without in-depth analysis of such new ventures. Just some entrepreneurs doing, they are just divert their resources in new ventures. They are just doing investment in a particular product. They are thinking that the particular product will create the demand for their product, and they will just do the supply, and the demand and supply will match and they will earn money. So sometimes the diversion of resources is blindly a wrong decision. It means investing funds of business unit in some new ventures. Some entrepreneurs divert their resources in the new ventures without in-depth analysis of such new ventures. If these new ventures do not succeed, then it results in losses and leads the unit towards sickness. If these resources are not as per the directions of the company, as per the planning of the company, these resources will continue particular sickness. One of the third point that is applicable in all type of industries, either they are micro, small, medium, large, big, whatever you will say. Modernization. You must be a modernization. You must be a person who adapt new technology, a person who is in a need of new technology. So what is failure to modernize? Modernization means कि if you are not able to just doing your work as per the current demand of the economy. So dear student, this is the also one of the reason that is causing sickness in the industry. If the business unit fails to adopt the advanced technology, fails to change the product mix and other elements of marketing mix to suit the changing environment, then such unit may lag behind and in the long run it may lead to sickness. As you know that कि marketing mix में these includes 4 P's: product, price, place, promotion. So dear students, you know that कि as you all studied about it in your business study of plus one and plus two. So if any of the particular P will removed, then the whole particular industry will get sickness. So this is the main reason, and this is the main causes behind that your industry is achieving sickness. And one thing is overcapitalization. As you know that ki financial management deals ki there must be neither adequate funds for the business nor excessive funds. In particular business, uh, there must be neither adequate funds or not excessive funds. The particular and appropriate funds are there in the business. If you just utilize your capital for more production, it will further lead to factor cost. You need warehouse for putting your products. Suppose if there will be a natural calamity, then what will you do? Your product will you know you will suffer a lot. So these are the reasons of causes of achieved sickness. And what are the various external causes? Dear students, there are the three main reasons of industrial sickness. First is your industry is born sick, and your industry is just um, achieving sickness, and some external causes are there which made your industry sick. uh, as you know that ki last year due to COVID-19 situation, many industries just lose their images, lose their goodwill, because due to massive and huge migration, people are just going to their hometowns because industries, factories have been closed out, locked out. We have GST, demonetization is there. So all these some terms due to these government policies, sudden change in the government policy relating to export, import, industrial licensing, taxation can make viable units sick. तो उनको भी sick बना देते हैं. Sometimes there is a shortage of raw material. If there is a shortage of raw material, suppose you are producing goods at large quality, but at a situation, you haven't any raw material for converting it into a finished product. Suppose your industry is of sugar industry. Suppose if you are not finding sugar cane anywhere, then it also made your industry sickness. Third is recession in the market. Recession means when there is a no demand of your product, no one is demanding your product although they have huge money. But you know that the market is currently in the recession term, and no one is demanding your product. So it may cause steep decline in the demand. It results in decrease in sales and profits of business units. Decreased sales results in stock accumulation. All this leads to sickness of business units. And third one is credit squeeze. uh, Last one is credit squeeze. Most of the dear students, most of the units depend on the banks for their borrowings. Once a unit start making losses, then no bank is ready to give loan to such unit. It leads to shortage of working capital. This leads the units towards sickness. So um, sometimes what happen, your industry is going in a loss and just your bank neglected to give you money for the further improvements, for the further achievements. So dear students, all about it's all about today. So what we discussed the industrial sickness and the various causes behind this type of sickness. So in next class we will discuss the various measures taken by the government of India to remove such type of sickness. because you know that key industries are the pillar of an economy. So without industry, no production is there. So thanks a lot for joining us. If you have any query, you can further post it in the chat box of the YouTube link, and I will try to resolve all your queries there. You can also message me in my officially WhatsApp number. Thanks a lot.